All right, guys, so today we're going to go ahead and make shredded chicken. Things first, I used cooking shears to debone it so it's easy to work with. Not only is it easy to work with, but it also makes it cook faster as well as it makes it more tender. So I have already done the pre-work on this and the heavy lifting. However, typically on the seasoning, you're going to use garlic, pepper, and I just prefer the pink Himalaya sea salt, but if you use the other salt, you'll be okay too. So basically you're going to season both sides. I have the skin side down because this helps it cook and get a little more tender. Basically I've seasoned both sides. Then I cut up some onions. And then I put a little bit of oil in there. So you can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil, whatever. And then I put in another secret. Let me grab it. I used just a tiny bit of lemonade in there as well because you need a nice citrus taste. You can do this with an orange. You can do this with lots of different citruses. So orange, lime juice, or a lemon juice like this. This one makes it just a little sweeter. So it is in the bowl. You basically mix it and you coat it. So I put the stuff in there. I put the oil in there, maybe about 2 tablespoons. It doesn't have to be a lot of oil. It just needs to be enough that it gets it coated a little bit. And then I put a little bit of the lemonade, same thing. And then I just made sure that both sides were coated with it. What you would do is you just flip it over like that and flip it back. And you're all set. I'm just gonna put this into the oven open-faced and let it cook for a while. I'll go ahead and put how long you're gonna leave it to cook. You're gonna cook it at 425 so that it's nice and warm and hot, and then it will also broil it in a way, but also cook it at the same time. It's slow enough to make it nice and tender. All right, guys, now that that is in the oven, let me go ahead and tell you a couple different ways that you can prepare this just by changing the seasoning. I'm only using this because I'm making teriyaki chicken. It doesn't need any of the other flavors. The only other thing that I would add in there would be ginger, but right now I don't really need it for this recipe. So just by changing the spice just a little bit gives you lots of different options as far as meals. If you were going to be making different things, like let's say the paprika, you would use that for other recipes. The oregano would make it more of an Italian flair to it. The Cajun here would make it more of a Cajun flair. And then the cumin would make it more like you're making tacos or fajitas or something. Okay, now back to making this recipe for today. Ideally, we want it to have a nice brown look when it's done. So that's nice and crispy. Oh, it's beautiful. So you want it to be nice and golden brown like that. So after the 25 minutes, you're gonna raise it to 450, and then you're gonna go for another 25 minutes or until it's like this nice golden deep brown, because that means it's just tender and perfect to pull apart. Use 2 forks and you're just gonna pull it apart. It just falls right apart. And that is it done. You just basically pair it with whatever you want on the side, and that right there is like a sour cream teriyaki sauce. So good. Ugh, so good. I wish you could smell it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos soon.